ask her to move around me a little bit. We asked her to cross before. Now we're going to kind of ask her to move out. Because I haven't really actually seen her move out yet. Now when I'm asking her to do this, I want to make sure her hips aren't in the circle. I want her to be going around the circle. Right now she's constantly leaving the circle. She's headed out of the circle, out of the circle, out of the circle. I'm going to ask her to start to focus on in the circle. So I'm asking her ribs to move over. This is what my leg is going to do when I get on her. So I don't use her face. I'm using her body to turn her, not her head. Good, there you go. I'm going to move up first. Let's see what she's going to do. See? Okay. Up to my ducks. Good. The hardest part for young horses is the transition. I don't know if you could see that or not. She went up to, I asked her to move up. I stopped, you can stop. Wait, you want her? Lock her on the other end. She'll figure it out how to stop when I stop. When we did the transition, she whipped her head up and kind of, that's what we need to work on with her, is it up and down transition. Usually whenever anybody asks when they first get on a horse, when they ask them to move up, that's one of the first times they've moved up, so they're going to do that thing until they learn how to do the transition. I'm going to give her a break, and then we're going to move on. She doesn't need a long break. It's not like we're doing normal, but she does need a break to come think about what we're doing. Ask her to move up to gate. Give her a chance. Before there. Good. And walk. So I want to make sure I ask her now before I get on her about how to do a transition. Good girl. Good. Halt. Oh, look at that. I didn't have to stop her. They are a lot further than you give them credit for. You gotta give her a chance. Let her take a break. I love how she stopped. She stopped underneath herself. That's, natural for her, and that's a great thing. I want to keep that. And she's going to keep that as long as I don't yank on her face. Talking to her body. Talking to her body and her brain, not her head. Okay, I'm going to ask her to move away from me. Over to the other side. Desensitize horses, and we will desensitize her from a lot of things. But I'm going to use it as a tool so that the way she learns it's just a tool. It's not something to be scared of. It's not something to stop and look at. It's just a tool. That is girl. Now one thing I want to point out, if you look at her, when she's headed out of the circle, she puts a lot of pressure, like right now. She puts a lot of pressure on my reins. I'm not going to yank back on this. I'm going to ask her ribs to move over. And she does slack back in the rein. She starts, she comes back to the inside the circle. I'm asking her to go, okay. Lift the rein up. Tap it. You got to move up. Thank you. A little more reaction than I wanted, but she moved up. And walk. This whole time, I don't want this to me go. Well, when I bring my energy up to me go, but I do want this to me and hey, move your ribs over. That's going to be my leg someday. Hopefully in a little while. I'll ask you to go to the gate. Turn up. Good girl. Once again. Now one thing I gotta be careful of One thing I really have to be careful of is I don't leave it here. You know, to make her stay out on the whole time. I'm going to ask her. Whenever she pushes those ribs in toward me, and ask her when she does it correct, I take it away. Or release, I shall start leaning into it. Alright, I gotta give her a break. She's going around a lot. I don't want to get her to go around in a circle too many times. Circles are hard. And she's got to get a break, but she was doing some of it really, really well. Now she'll walk off. Good. A better walk off. After you move it away, I'm going to let her out a little bit further. Good girl. I didn't ask her to go faster. I asked her to go slower. Good girl. I'm going to should move up the gate. Come on. And then you should learn about the process. I like coordinating, girl. Good. And walk. Good. Much better. Good. Getting better. Getting lighter in my hand. Good girl. Good girl. And walk. And finish. She's already figuring out how to go off of my energy. When I stop, she stops. And I did ask her to come in. She didn't voluntarily come in. I just wanted her to start looking at me to go, more toward everything. She's still looking around, which is okay. That's kind of the work we're going to start with on just moving her feet around. I always finish up. These young ones, I never work them very long because their attention's only so long.